get fucking started.
Wait, Trent, have you got your hands on the Diamond and Pearl remix?
Nope.
Alright, they're actually not that bad. We have to wait for Crow.
Oh shit. Alright, I'll take over, Emma. So what do you think, Mr. Wright?
Let's just wait until Crow gets back.
I think
No.
this is happening too fast and I'm extremely tired. But I think the prosecution is just as confused as... I mean, after all... Victim...
Oh, the victim was murdered in 2 different places at the same time. And a different suspect was arrested at each of the crime scenes. Lana! Good morning, Mr. Wright. I apologize for yesterday. I was indisposed.
Yeah, that's cool. I hope they didn't hold you too long for the question.
We just finished, actually. I'm used to all-nighters, though. Now we're about to get used to them fucking in this case. So how'd it go? It is Mr. Wright suspects. The police are clueless. I figured as much, so I struck a plea bargain.
Oh.
A plea bargain? What do you mean by that? We agreed that if I told them the truth behind this simultaneous murder, they would see capital punishment. That's what I mean, Emma. But Lana! Don't tell me you... Much to my regret, I'm as much in the dark about this as they are.
Oh, Mars.
Hello.
Slut.
Cam's tired and being slow.
Your mom. Miss Sky. We found trace evidence of a certain person in the police department's evidence room at the time of the not at the time of the murder, but just he was kind of vibed in.
That's me.
They belong to Officer Jake Marshall.
What kind of trace evidence?
Blood-stained fingerprints, to be exact.
Oh, that's pretty fucking sus.
I know, Sasas Mungus. That's the trump card I have up my sleeve today. You do understand what this means, don't you?
In order to defend my sister, you're gonna accuse Mr. Marshall?
Yeah. We have to play the cards we're dealt. Isn't that right, Miss Sky?
Do what you have to do, Mr. Wright.
Sad.
Oh, finally, the courtroom. The shining part about these games is what happens in the courtroom. I'm sorry, it's just the truth.
Hey, your judge before... Your Honor... Sorry, not your judge. I'm a bit tired. I haven't had coffee. Your Honor, I have something to gift you.
Well, we'll get you some fucking coffee then. What do you want?
Some Mike and Ike's.
Perfect. Alright, court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky.
Sorry. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Oh, there we go. The prosecution... What? I'm afraid I'll have to clarify. Okay, alright, I'm sorry. I haven't had my coffee either. It takes 30 minutes by car to reach the police department for... I could drink coffee too. It takes 30 minutes by car to reach the police department from the prosecutor's office. Yet the victim, Bruce Goodman, was slain at both places at the same time. Well, but that's not physically possible, though, is it? Unless there was a clone. What's more, I hear the victim from the evidence room just disappeared. Is Crow back yet?
No.
Oh, damn. Yeah, and the body eventually reappeared in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car.
Wow, this is weird.
One of my duties as prosecutor. Thank you, gallery. One of my duties as prosecutor is to present impartial evidence. Today, I will present evidence relating to the murder at the police department. In so doing, I believe we have a way in which we should proceed will reveal itself. Now that's what set Mr. Now that's what sets Mr. Edgeworth apart. He sounds so on top of things, even though he doesn't know what's going on himself.
And that's supposed to be An admirable trait?
Very well, let the trial resume. Thank Christ. On the day of the crime, what exactly transpired at the police department? Mr. Edgeworth, you may call your first witness of the day to the stand. Court's first witness, the prosecution calls the suspect of the murder that occurred at the police department.
Oh, no.
Suspect? You mean the so-called murderer?
Things are getting wild from the get-go.
God.
It is.
Would the witness please state his name and occupation?
Yes, sir! I am Officer Mike Meekin, sir! My occupation is, I would be murderer, sir!
So you're telling us you're a professional killer?
Sir, it was me, sir. I'm the one who did it. I'll never kill anyone again, sir. You gotta believe me, sir.
Actually, what we'd like to hear from you is, okay?
Sir, I'm what you would call part of the younger generation, sir. A person whose actions adults can't possibly comprehend.
Please, Mr. Edgeworth, sir, help me, sir! Oh my god. Officer Meekins!
Hello. Yes, sir.
Give us your report of the crime. Consider that in order.
Yes, sir. As you wish. After all, I am part of a generation that must be told what to do, sir.
Wow.
You know what, Mars, are you here, right?
Yeah, I'm
Can
here.
can you take over as Emma?
I'm sorry my voice is generally fucked up, but I will do my best. You can't fault him for lack of enthusiasm.
Oh, god damn it. Although it's not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard the that day. I spotted a suspicious man on the security camera and rushed into the room. I was doing what I was trying to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. I fought for my life. Then I did it. After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake.
Is that a different story?
So the victim, Detective Goodman, attacked you.
Do unto others before they do unto you. That's the Meekins family motto, sir.
I see. Then you fainted, and a colleague helped you regain consciousness.
Yes, sir. He knocked me upside the head, sir. Really hard. It hurt.
Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
What I need here is more information to work with.
Okay, first one of
Push. Press.
Okay.
Hold it.
Oh, really? Come on.
I'm tired. Fuck you. Mr. Meekins, you work in the General Affairs Department, do you?
Oh, hi, Mars.
Hi.
Hi, Crow. Welcome back. Yes, sir. I'm in charge of hiring new recruits, sir. Uh-huh. Now that's a scary thought.
Evidence transfer was taking place on the day of the crime, which meant many officers were given special tasks not ordinarily performed.
And I was in charge of guarding the Blue Badger, sir.
The Blue Badger?
Yes, sir. The lovely police mascot created by the chief of detectives, sir.
Oh my god. Hi,
buddy! I was to ensure it wasn't broken during the transferal process.
He took care of me!
Sir, that was my sole mission of the day, sir.
What the fuck is that thing? Jesus.
It was made by Detective Gumshoe, sir.
Jesus merciful Christ! I think I'm never gonna sleep again! I see. Sounds like very, important mission.
After the award ceremony that day, there were so many people running around that I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room.
Oh, so that's why I went to the evidence room. Tell us, what did you see when you got there?
Press. Hold it. No, I mean hold it. In order to enter the evidence room, you need an ID card, am I correct? Precisely, sir. I have one here around my neck. So then, your ID number should be listed on here, right?
Oh.
There it is, I found it! This is the one right here.
Could you please read us the number?
Yes, sir. It's 4989596. That's my number, sir. I see. But the number 4989596 is shown as being used twice.
Please explain, witness.
It's no real mystery, sir. The first time is when I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. And the second time is when I went to go get him after everything settled down.
I see. So it was during that second time when...
Yes, sir. That was when I spotted this man on the security camera.
Dated added to the ID card record.
Press. Hold it. So you were attacked. Can you please tell us exactly what happened? It was a knife, sir. A knife.
Detective Goodman pulled a knife on you. What happened then?
Well, with me charging in on him like that, he looked as surprised as I was. You aren't exactly the kind of person someone would want to run into.
Oh.
That's when I that's when I reacted, sir. I swung my arms like an octopus, struggling to detain him. That's how I got this gash on my hand.
Maybe if you just kept your cool, your hand would be, fucking sad.
When I saw the blood trickling down my arm, I panicked. I grabbed the man by the collar.
And give him a big ol' kiss.
And I beat the shit out of him.
Oh.
Those are two very different things.
I literally showed us some MMA skills. I gave him a right hook, then a left hook. Pressing this one. Hold it! What exactly do you mean when you said you did it? I know I don't look the type, but I'm really into kung fu films, sir.
Oh my god.
The man let his guard down for just an instant, so I snatched the knife from him. You took his knife? I spun him around and performed a disarming maneuver. I made sure to close my eyes like a man. See. He must have been desperate. The next thing I knew, his white coat was drenched in a sea of blood, and then the next thing I knew,
Yes?
he punched me straight in the fucking face.
That's hilarious.
He clocked me. And I passed out. Press. Hold it. But what time did you regain consciousness? No offense, sir, but how am I supposed to know? I was unconscious. Oh. Right.
According to the report from the officer that woke up the witness, it was about 5:30.
He hit me right in the head, too. I woke up crying in tears of pain.
Oh, man.
That's nice. Okay, it's nice that you recovered, that is. Okay, yeah.
When I came around, though, I made sure to finish my mission, sir. Your mission? Yes, sir, the Blue Badger, sir. I returned them to the entrance before things got out of hand.
I can see daylight!
Well, we can all rest easy now.
I believe we now have a fairly accurate picture of what happened. Yes, Your Honor, only one thing remains unclear. Was the man this officer murdered really the victim?
He's got a point.
Yes, Officer Meekins?
With regard to that, sir, take a look at this. It was sent to my jail cell. Chief Grant delivered it to me just this morning, sir.
The chief?
Delivered it?
What is that? A
This morning?
videotape?
Actually, sir, it's a VHS. Yes, sir, that's absolutely right, sir. A videotape, sir. It contains footage from the security cameras in the evidence room.
Objection! What? But I specifically asked if there was such a tape and was told it had been mistakenly erased. Well, that's quite a mistake.
I just do what I'm told, sir. That's the only thing I'm really good at.
Oh, you're so
Looks like
small.
communication with the police department is as good as ever.
Well then,
Mars,
let's
you
have a
awake?
look. Show us the video of you murdering the victim.
I think Mars is cold out.
No, I'm fucking here. I'm just
You didn't
watching.
answer me, dick.
Wait,
Oh,
you asked me
please
something?
stop using that word, murder, sir. It scares me. Videotape of a real murder. Just what are we getting ourselves into? Babooga wooga. Titties.
Oh
What the
my
fuck?
god. Hi, buddy!
Oh my
Look at the
god.
evidence room! Look at my
I
eyes!
hate that.
That's fucking freaky as fuck.
Hey,
That
buddy!
is
What you doing in
disgusting.
here?
Fuck off. Fuck
That's
off.
the
Okay.
Look at him look
Just-
at it! Look!
Just decks the blue badger straight in the fucking face and breaks him.
Hey, look, it's Officer Meekins! Yay!
Oh my god, he's the Crimson Chin.
Hey, they're talking. Oh, they're getting into a scuffle! Oh, my god!
oh.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Jesus! Jesus Christ!
God.
Wow!
Oh my god.
That looks like it hurt!
Officer
Oh!
Meekins just got smacked around.
Holy
Officer
shit.
Meekins is dead! Yay!
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
What the
Oh,
shit? Oh my god, he just got his shit slapped.
Jesus Christ.
Well, I believe we're all thinking the same thing. Jesus,
How much you got his shit
merciful-
wrecked in?
Burn the blue badger.
Did
Burn
he
it.
just did he just fucking WWE slam you into the locker? That was fucking dope as hell.
I believe so, sir.
How can we deal with these unsettling feelings stirred within us? I feel.
Eat some Myconax.
What the hell was that wriggling piece of plywood?
Sir, that is the pride and joy of the entire criminal affair. That is the pride and joy of the entire criminal affairs department, sir. That is the Blue Badger, sir.
What the fuck was I look? It stared into my. I feel like I was looking at Satan.
You want to know who made that, Edgeworth?
Oh my god. No.
How you doing? How you
It was Gumshoe.
How you doing,
Oh.
pal? Hi.
Why am I not surprised this isn't going smoothly? Also, Mars never responded to me, made me depressed.
Yes.
What
Well.
What the
Anyway,
fuck?
this tape seems to prove that the witness did
Responding
indeed.
right fucking now.
This tape
Ow.
seems to prove that the witness did indeed encounter someone in the evidence room, and some sort of activity did take place. Okay, Your Honor, instead of relying on clearly incomplete footage, the witness's testimony will suffice. Is that all right with
But-
you, Officer Meekins?
Sir, yes, sir, as you wish, sir.
Mystery Man.
Mr. Man.
His
Take
face
me by
can't
the
be
hand.
clearly seen in the video. But there's no question that the other person was Detective Goodman, sir. I mean, he opened the locker, which requires Detective Goodman's fingerprint to do. The locker he opened is unquestionably Dr. Goodman's locker, sir.
Doctor.
Oh, doctor.
Yes, Goodman is now a doctor.
I am very tired, sir. They did not let me sleep at the detention center, sir.
Oh, fucking good then.
Also, give me a second. It's loading for me and we'll text. Oh, so it must be him. No one else could have unlocked it.
What's this about a fingerprint? Each detective has been given a locker equipped with a fingerprint-activated lock. These locks ensure that each locker can only be opened by the detective it belongs to. Oh, frigging. That will mean, the victim at the crime scene will have been Detective Goodman. Okay. Very well. Cross-examination. Go do your shit.
I don't know where this cross-examination will, if at all, anywhere. But everything begins with contradictions, so that's where I'll have to start. Ooh, hoo, hoo.
Mystery Man.
I'm so tired. Oh, praise. Tell me, were you able to get a good look at him? At the face of the man who attacked you with a knife? Sir, if you must label people as having seen or not seen a man's face, I believe I would be classified as the latter. But you were standing right in front of him, were you not?
More to the point, you are the person who fought him, aren't you?
Well, less like a fight, more like me getting tossed around like a rag doll. But yes, sir. I just didn't get a clear look at his face, sir. I'm not the kind of guy who looks directly at people when talking to them, you see. Yeah, that's a good trait for a police officer. Still, I'm sure it was Sam. I put my badge on it. Sir. Press. Hold it. Oh, wait.
Oh,
You sure you don't know that? You sure you don't know that for sure? You actually never saw Detective Goodman's face. Well, I suppose you might say that. That is, if you must label people as having or not seen it.
God.
Jesus Christ. This face can't be identified in the video. Only you can verify it.
Why is everyone looking at me?
Because you're an idiot.
I had to label your stares as disturbing or...
Oh my god. Makins! Having been shown a questionable video at best, we are not in the best of moods. I specifically am not in the best of moods.
It's me specifically, but...
Yeah, I'm pretty pissed off, so now please be more certain when you testify.
Yeah, he doesn't have anyone sleeping tonight, so he's pretty pissed. Yes, sir.
You claim the man who brandished a knife on you was Bruce Goodman. Tell us why you are positive it was him.
Press. Hold it. About these lockers, is there no other way to open them? No, sir, I tried all kinds of methods in the past. Don't ask why. They only respond to registered fingerprints, sir. I wonder what kind of methods he tried.
If the man opened the locker's lock, which only responds to his registered fingerprints, then he must be the person the locker was assigned to.
Exactly my point, sir, and this too. The locker he opened is quite press. Hold it. How do you know that information? I've heard rumors, sir, from people in the know, sir. People in the know. The workers in the department cafeteria, sir. They keep me informed. They listen to my romantic, sir.
Oh.
For the record, the open locker did indeed belong to Detective Goodman. I verified this information through a more reliable source. So the victim opened the locker with his
over
own
the fact that Meekins has romantic troubles.
I personally doubt
Why wouldn't he?
myself. I mean, I would guess if he had a girlfriend somehow, I guess he would. Like, you know.
She's my big titty goth GF.
Oh, fuck.
Oh my. You mean like Trent's?
I'm sure press.
No, more human. Anyway, however, the most important detail is not shown. And beautiful, beautiful face, I'm sure. Sir, I may say something, sir.
Please do. After all, you're the one being examined.
I don't understand why the man's face is so important in this case, sir. I mean, it was his hand that opened the fingerprint lock. It was his hand that tried to thrust his knife into my body, sir. My unsettled state can testify enough to this, sir.
Yes, you have a point. The footage does not lie. That is, unless the defense can find a problem with it.
Emma.
Oh, sorry. I was reading about the Three Musketeers. Mr. Wright, let's check the court record again.
Is there a problem with the security camera? I don't know. Let's check.
Several!
Regarding the video contained on this tape, there is a problem, and there's one thing in peculiar that seems rather strange.
Strange?
Contradiction leads to the possibility that the man may have not been Detective Goodman.
What? This video contains such a contradiction. Objection!
Indeed.
Interesting. Your Honor, I have a proposal.
You
Yes,
seem to
Mr.
have a lot
Ashworth?
of this for a lot of men.
Oh, yeah, hardy ha ha. I propose that we have the defense point out to us this alleged contradiction in the video.
Your mom. You would want me to point it out.
Yeah, very well. Proposal accepted. Let's further inspect this piece of evidence. I'll now play the security tape. Mr. Wright, please show us this contradiction you speak of.
I have to point out a problem in the video. Fuck! It's the first time I've ever had to do that. I usually just get away with this shit. You can do it, Mr. Wright.
I'm still reading about the Three Musketeers. Leave me alone. It's out so you can fast forward, rewind, or pause the video. You know, the video is weird. Just take a good look and be sure to find the right thing.
Don't play it too many times. I can't stand watching the video.
Played the video multiple times just to fucking.
How did this guy ever become a police officer, bro?
Ah,
He's just
Mr.
a
Wright,
little
please
man.
enlighten us. Where is the contradiction then, in case the man may not have been Detective Goodman? Alright, let's,
He's literally a little man.
Alright, let's just
5:15.
fast forward. No, I'm just gonna... There, wait.
You gotta get the contradiction right out the.
Okay, let's just... do that. Let's just see him get fucking slammed, stabbed. Okay, pause.
I like how
Why?
the freaking thing's flag goes directly over his face.
Yeah.
Every time.
And play. And then let's see that again. And again. And I'm sorry. Officer Meeks, was that you're saying? Alright, but all due seriousness, was there something you saw in the video that might have been suspicious?
I don't fucking
Well, there was
know.
the thing that fell out of it.
Oh yeah, let's check that out.
The glove.
Hey look, he's getting slammed again.
It is kind of funny.
You're a goblin.
Yeah, that thing that fell out.
Oh. Give me a second. I have to...
Was that a sock?
It's a glove.
That's a glove.
It's
Okay.
a glove. Look at that.
Take
Wait,
that.
No, that's not. Oh no.
The thing that's strange about this video has got to be this.
It's not that.
Yes, that is strange.
Well, never mind.
Natural about that. What could it mean? Objection! Sorry to interrupt, Mr. Might, but you seem to have forgotten the point of this exercise. Apparently, it wasn't the right answer. What you're looking for is one thing. Something that indicates...
Do you guys want me to help?
Sure.
Okay, so at the Trent, go to the start of the video when Mr. Man goes to the locker, or before Mr. Man goes to the locker, like the first pan off to the right. The light. The locker is open. The light on the locker is open.
It's already opened. Okay.
Oh shit! I probably should have noticed that to begin with. Okay. Well.
Take that.
If it's not that, I don't know what to do.
The thing that's strange about this video has to be this. Officer Meekins. Sir, do you mean me, sir? The only Meekins in this room? Am I the one that you're talking to? Yes. As I understand, the locker apparatus works like this. You grab a handle, a sensor reads your fingerprint. If it's a match, it opens up. The light turns on and then the lock is released. According to my very limited experience, that's the way it works, sir. If so, then something is seriously wrong with this picture. I'm going to steal your soul.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Look at me! Looky! I'm gonna tickle your butt. Ooh, that's a nice butt you have there. Ooh.
That gives me the same vibes.
When the victim reaches for the handle to open the locker.
Oh, mighty lord!
Let's rewind it a little earlier.
Lord, is that a Star Wars?
This is the slowest fucking rewind.
Oh my god, just get to the point, Phoenix.
Here, notice the light.
What's this? It's already lit! It's already lit!
Lit up like the 4th of July. Precisely my point, Your Honor. The locker was already open before the victim grabbed the handle.
Oh, wait, that's... Yes, you, sorry.
Ah!
Order! Order. Are you guys done? Are you quite done? Are you quite done? That's it, give me your phone. Everyone, give me your phone right now. Put it in the box. You're not getting it back till after the trial. Alright, I'm sorry.
Put it in phone jail. Put it in phone jail.
Alright, what's the meaning of this?
It's the walk of shame.
It's very simple, Your Honor. The locker wasn't locked on the day of the crime.
Objection!
No, it wasn't.
But the locker's locks are controlled by an electronic system!
Yeah, cool.
Sorry, I was eating crumpet. When the door is shut, a sensor is triggered. And the locker is automatically locked. Oh, I know, it must have been broken down. Of course, I'm not an expert in this, That's not likely, Your Honor. The sensor would detect any report... the sensor would detect and report any malfunction. Oh, well, just goes to show the officers should keep their mouths shut. So then, Mr. Rat, do you have an explanation?
Oh, me, Your Honor?
Yes, you dumbass. Why was the locker locked?
Because it wasn't closed.
Yes, well, you see, this isn't exactly my field. What do you think, Miss? According to scientific investigation. And by the way, Crow's muted.
Alright, huh? Oh, maybe something like jam the system sensor?
Something jammed the sensor. Say. There's something else that seemed out of place.
The glove.
on this tape.
Oh, wow. Look at
It's
that.
that. Now we pick the glove.
I thought so too. There's got to be another clue somewhere in this footage. Very well. Let's inspect the video once more. The locker wasn't locked, Mr. Wright. Please point out the cause. We're gonna make you do all the...
It's 100% the glove.
Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna steal your soul. And then, you know, see right there. You see that? Wait, saw that? There, he moved. Coincidence? I think not. Come on. I'm sorry, I had to. Well, I had the opportunity.
Oh my god, please watch closely. This is the continuation of the part I showed you 2 seconds ago, the first piece of evidence I tried to give you. You ungrateful fucks.
Mm-hmm. Look at that fishing pole. Look at that demon. Look at that. Man. There goes the... What's this? Something white fell out of the locker.
But sir, it's been my experience that things fall out when doors are opened. I often fall out and roll great distances when I open my car door. We can't be sure that item was completely inside the locker to begin with.
What do you mean?
The sensor triggered the lock when the door is shut. What if something was inserted, say, between the sensors and the door?
It inserted? Oh, that sounds dirty. Ooh.
Yeah.
Are we really gonna see the shot again? Look, oh, it's Detective Goodman. He's gonna be walking slowly, and then the Badger's gonna look at you with those... Jesus Christ, please stop.
One of his eyes are very droopy. Actually, 2 of his are very droopy. This white thing wasn't inside the locker. It was stuck between the door and the sensor. Oh, I understand now, sir. It's just like my tie. 2 out of the 3 times it gets stuck in the door when I get out of my patrol vehicle, sir.
This guy has a problem.
Instead of the door.
But the object would have been extremely thin to fit in the door! Not only that, it would also have to block electrical currents. It would need to be an insulator. Yes, an insulator! But at the crime scene.
There just might have been something that fits that description. But sir, by insulator you don't mean... I think I finally got this figured out. I can finally go to bed!
Very well. Will the defense please present the relevant evidence? What was the insulator that was stuck in the locker door? By the way, after this cross-examination... Okay.
Glove.
Jesus,
I
a
agree
lot
to
of
lie,
evidence.
I found this near the locker. A thin rubber glove.
But we can't be sure that it was in the victim's locker.
Actually, it has a fucking tag, if you look fucking closely. SL9 incident. Yeah, that's right, pussy. I'm too tired for this. I want to go sleep on my couch since I'm getting kicked out of my bedroom. The video seems to depict the victim opening the locker.
By the way, Ham, you want me to take over as Phoenix after you're done with this cross-examination? No. Okay.
I will sit through this entire case and do this, motherfucker.
Okay.
But that isn't the case. The lit lamp attests to this. On the day of the crime, even I could have opened that locker. Is this not so, Officer Meekins? Sir, it would appear so, sir.
Does he keep trying to choke himself like that?
Oh, what? Order? The fuck? Okay. So we to believe then that the victim, in quotations, whom this witness stabbed in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman. Objection! Do not be misled, Your Honor. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? The defense has merely demonstrated that possibility and nothing more. The victim in the video was indeed Bruce Goodman. The prosecution will offer one more testimony to prove this.
What?
Officer Meekins, please testify about this.
Sir? Me, sir? I'm not sure what you're referring to, sir. Oh, you mean that, sir? Of course, sir. We're like diamonds in the sky. Is this a
No,
joke?
not that. Jesus Christ. Very well, begin your testimony.
I was playing Mario Kart when I sang that song. There's one other thing that proves this man was the type of good man, sir. He swung and hit hard like a motherfucker. To enter the evidence room, one must use their ID card. When an ID is used, there's a record of it. At the time of the crime, the detective had been used his card.
An ID card record. I see. I have the ID card record right here, Your Honor.
Who the
Look at
fuck
that.
is 777? Or quad... Oh, 7, Jesus.
He was also at 4:20 p.m. Haha, pleasing. The ID used at 5:14 is that of the victim. Just before the crime, Yes, without a doubt, this is the victim's ID. However, one thing does strike me as unusual. Several hundred cases should have been due for transferal. Why were there so few people using this room? Well, this particular evidence room is only used for storing certain special cases.
Sucks. Sorry, special cases?
Extremely violent cases involving police staff.
Ooh. Crystal gone.
Just hearing that makes me my hair stand on end!
Me too, although it doesn't make much of a difference.
There are only a few cases up for transferal there, and most will
That's
be
actually
up
funny.
by noon. Right, I see. Now let's move on to the cross-examination.
Mystery Man 2. There's one thing that... Next. 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 Examine the card to use his card. Press. Hold it. Earlier, I believe you testified that when you asked the man to show his ID card, he pulled a knife on you. Yes, sir. He didn't show me any ID card. Don't you think that's odd? I mean, if he had his ID card, all he had to do was show it to you. There wouldn't be any reason to draw a knife. Maybe he just panicked? Everything stems from contradictions. Let's point them out.
Mr. Wright, what do you think?
I'm confused.
What?
Problem with this ID testimony is far too obvious. It's not like Edgeworth to miss something like this.
Thinking too
Usually
hard
he's
about
fucking
it.
Perceptive as a motherfucker.
Come on, let's show them what we got. Okay, well, obviously, there's already a contradiction then. Well, it must have something to do. Wait a minute. Okay. What's that?
5, 9. Can I look at the people that went inside?
Okay, yeah, I'm that.
ha!
What?
Ha, found a contradiction. He was writing 5, 9. Or he wrote 5, 9. Maybe it was an error. I don't know. I don't know actually now that I think about it. I can't present. I don't know.
Maybe we have to just present the record because there's definitely something very obviously wrong with
Objection. Contradiction. No? Okay, sorry.
Okay, let's just
Use his
take
card.
a break.
Wait, can we present the card that he's talking about?
I mean,
Can we present that to him? Because that was found
Right.
at the scene of the crime of the other death.
oh yeah, I guess. Yeah, there you go.
Objection. Sorry, let me just Objection! Ah, that hurt. Wait one moment, Officer Meekins. I'm not good at waiting, sir. I have the victim's ID right here. I found it at the scene of the crime.
Now that makes sense.
Actually, no. When I say crime scene, I'm not referring to the evidence room at the police department. I mean the other crime scene. The underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. Your Honor, I have one more piece of evidence to present. It's a very important clue regarding the victim's ID.
Lost item report. It's only half completed.
But it shows that Detective Goodman had lost something on the day of the crime. Something important enough to file out this report.
Let me guess. You believe this something to be his ID card, right?
I can't say for sure, but there is a high possibility. On the day of the crime, Detective Goodman was not carrying his card.
Not carrying his card, but that's his card! Order! Order. So, now, okay, so now shut the fuck up. What does this all mean?
It can only mean one thing. It doesn't even require much thought. The man Officer Meekins encountered in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman, but someone, rather, the man who stole his ID card.
Order, order, order. Does the prosecution have a response? I have only one thing to say to the defense.
Yo.
Bravo, Mr. Wright.
Yeah, that's cool and all. I'm not saying,
Allow me to summarize the defense's argument. At 5:15 p.m. on the day of the crime, the man in the evidence room Officer Meekins encountered was not Detective Goodman. There are two grounds to support this. First, the locker in the evidence room was already unlocked. Second, the victim lost his ID card. Am I correct so far, Mr. Wright?
Yup. God, that song is not.
That being the case, we must inevitably arrive at a single conclusion. If the victim in this video is a fake, then the murderer in the evidence room is also fake. In other words, the security camera does not show the instant of the murder.
That is... Guess that's right.
Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Only moments ago you seemed content to be pointing your finger around.
This isn't going to end well.
Oh. Well, it seems you finally realized exactly what you've gone to such lengths to prove. Would you just fucking say it already, Mr. Edgeworth? Alright, Jesus. The defense has already done the explaining for me. The victim in this video is a fake, which means the murderer did not take place at the police department at 5:15 on the day of the crime. So the real crime could have only taken place at one location, the underground parking lot, at the prosecutor's office, the murderer being Miss Lana Skye, the defendant. The evidence is compelling. A trustworthy witness. Observe the moment that the defendant used the murder weapon!
Wow, such an enthusiastic ah.
I knew that testimony was... God damn it. That was all a trap from the beginning.
The activity in the evidence room still leaves many questions unanswered. Who exactly was the victim Officer Meekins encountered? And where did this person disappear to? However, the trial's purpose is to examine only the murder of Detective Goodman. Oh, just so, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, you have to do something or else Lana...
What do I do? How am I supposed to get myself out of this mess? Guess what? I'm about to do the thing that got me a fucking play. Objection! One moment, Your Honor.
What now, Mr. Wright? Don't tell me you're objecting to what you've just proven.
Actually, no. I'm about to show you why they call me the fucking comeback king. But I almost walked right into the prosecution's trap.
What are you talking about?
This cross-examination has proven one thing and one thing only. The security video did not show the actual murder.
Well, I mean, it showed a murder in a sense, but like not like, you know, someone's
Murder of
life being
pride.
taken. Murder. Yeah. It showed Meekins being thrown out like a little bitch boy. Look at him crying, the little bitch boy he is. He's probably like, oh,
Pretty sure he was actually just knocked out.
Oh, well, I don't care. Really? Okay.
However, it cannot be said that it is unrelated to the murder in the parking lot. Specifically, a large amount of blood traces were found in the evidence room. The defense demands further examination into the truth of the matter.
Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor. If this court were to examine this further, other witnesses will be necessary. Is the prosecution prepared? I'm sorry, Your Honor. The prosecution considered the incident at the police department to be unrelated. We have not prepared any other witnesses for this incident.
This just might be my chance to go to fucking sleep. Time to call a certain Texas Ranger to the stand.
I'm back, bitches.
You can hand Phoenix Wright the reins to me for the rest of the stream. Are you sure?
I will keep doing this.
Well, you better have us skipping your step, boy. Mr. Wright, do you mean?
I got something to fix this. Your Honor! My ear's ringing, fuck. The defense would like to request a specific witness.
Oh? Whom do you have in mind?
Sorry. Let me think. I'm trying to think of who it is. Someone we have reason to believe knows the truth behind the activities that took place in the evidence room.
The prosecution requests to hear this person's name before deciding whether or not to comply. Very well then, Mr. Rat. This person whom you would have testify. What is his or her name?
Damon Correct. No, Detective Jake. How old is Meekins?
22.
Holy shit, he's 22. Oh fuck. Okay.
Hey, look, playing Smash Bros.
Jake. Take that. Sorry. Take that. Officer Jake Marshall.
Why him?
Why not?
Really?
Can't let Edgeworth know everything just yet. He's in charge of the evidence room. I feel like we should hear what he has to say.
The prosecution agrees to the defense's request. Since he was responsible for guarding the room, we should hear his testimony. Fortunately, he works in the police department, so we shouldn't need longer than 20 minutes to prepare.
20-minute recess?
Very well. The court will take a 30-minute recess while the witness is subpoenaed.
30?
Will the prosecution please prepare the witness during this time? We'll give him a lot of cowboy yeehaws and a whole bunch of knife collections to suit his needs. We will, Your Honor. Court is now in recess.
Yay!
There's no stopping you, is there, Mr. Wright?
Nope. You cannot stop me. However, I will ask what you mean by that.
You called for Jake Marshall. It seems you figured everything out.
I haven't figured shit out!
Lana, you're the one who knows everything! Emma, you always know everything! Why don't you just tell us? Mr. Wright is trying his hardest to protect you! I don't recall ever asking for his protection.
But y'all would drop this case faster than the fucking...
How can you be so cold? Don't you trust us? Don't you trust me? Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals!
Hey, look, Gumshoe, look, it's your wife.
Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later. Sorry.
Listen here, bitch. I'm
Oh,
here.
right. Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Wait. Zebra Gumshoe, what is it?
You got a lot of nerve, pal. Making a detective run all around while on duty. And on top of that, and to top it off, you call me here. I've seen happier people at funerals.
I'm sure you have.
Sorry, detective.
You better be, pal. Hey! I didn't see you there, Chief Prosecutor Sky.
That's okay. So, have you brought what I asked?
Oh! You mean this, right?
My apologies, detective. Due to my present circumstances, I was forced to use Mr. Wright's name when making my request.
What? My name for what? What did you do?
I also made some purchases with your credit card. I hope you don't mind.
What the fuck? Bro, I'm broke.
Bunch of weed.
Never in a million years would I have thought it was you who asked me. Could I bother you to bring me the SL9 incident files? I need them by noon. Talk about crazy. The SL9 incident? Oh, wait, fuck.
The SL9 incident?
I read your
Alana!
mind.
That's... I thought Mr. Wright might need them, so I had them brought here. Here, you might do well to read them.
I'm gonna read none of them.
I can't believe you, the chief prosecutor, were a witness in that case.
Miss Sky was a witness?
Take it from me, you don't want anything to do with serial murders. Or what? Now that I brought you your stuff, you're just gonna ignore me?
Emma? But why? Why is your name in here?
What? My name's in there? I don't know. Unless... Oh, it could be. Lana! The SL9 incident! Is that... That's the classification number the police filed it under. 2 years ago, the rest of the world knew it as... The Joe Dark Killings. The Joe Dark? No. No, Lana! That's over with! No!
Bye, bitch!
Yeah.
You know what? I remember. I just remembered. I got a piece somewhere.
Alright, so how do you wait for me?
Sorry, pal, but I'm out of here.
Jake Marshall, Angel Starr, Damon Grant, Miles Edgeworth.
Why do you keep calling him Damon Grant?
Gant.
Grant sounds cooler.
Well, his name is Gant, fuckhead.
You have fun with that, McCree. Not to mention Lana and Emma. Everyone involved in this case is connected to those killings 2 years ago. This can't be just a coincidence.
Knowing you, you just might be able to figure it out. Time to get back to the trial, Mr. Wright. Best of luck.
I better take a good look at this file.
You know what? I'm just gonna do it right now so we can just...
I'm already the cowboy.
Alright, let's see. Joe Dark, serial murder, dead, victims, Edward Jones, Jason Knight, Neil Marshall, trial data, head
Wait,
prosecutor,
Neil Marshall. Is he related to R. Marshall?
I don't know, it's a common last name. Head prosecutor, Miles Edgeworth, witnesses, Lana Sky, what? Both of them were witnesses? Oh, shit. Investigation Task Force, so Bruce Goodman was the head investigator, and Jake Marshall and Angel Starr. Okay, I think we got the gist. Okay, let's do shit.
To be continued next stream.
Right now.
We could. Well, okay. Let's say. All right, listen. So we'd have to, if we're gonna do this next stream, we'd have to do everything next stream. Like I'm talking the rest of the entire
Never mind.
case.
Let's keep going until we have to get to the investigation finding shit part.
Yeah. Just. I have work tomorrow, but I can stay up another hour. Let's go.
Well, it's not doing it tomorrow. We're doing it Tuesday.
I know, but I have work tomorrow, so I have to get up early. So let's go on ahead.
Yeah. So Trent?
So, okay, hang on. Let me clarify something for this. Like, it'd be about just as long as this stream would be if we ended it right now. But regardless,
Let's keep going.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right, we'll keep
gonna take a
going.
little
I
bit.
got a bit of fire left in me.
I gotta be at work. I gotta get up at 6:30, which is I'll be fine. I've gotten 5 hours sleep before.
Here we go. The court will now reconvene for the trial of Miss Lana Sky.
Okay. I didn't even come back.
Well, shit.
Allow me to call the next witness to the stand. The officer in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day of the crime.
Look at my alcohol.
Witness, please state your name and occupation.
Watch as I drink my alcohol. Me, partner? Oh, I'm just a man, same as you, wandering the trails of civilization.
Occasionally helping the elderly cross intersections where needed. Yes, we get it. Oh, I know! You're a patrolman!
Ask for my name. You listen hard enough, you can hear the howling wind calling it out. Sorry about my alcohol, I just needed a lot for this case. I have an infinite bottle.
He literally would not shut up if I didn't let him have it. To be exact, it's Jake Marshall, Your Honor.
Howling wind? Never heard Edgeworth described this way.
Now, Mr. Marshall, let me ask you something. You were in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day the crime took place. Is this correct?
According to the papers, partner, and my knife.
What do you mean?
A desperado's soul is as boundless as the desert sands. No paper can sum it up.
Maybe it's best we get on with this quickly. Please share with us your testimony the day of the crime. In plain old English. Not fucking Texas speak.
Well, Texas speaks all I know, partner. My job was to keep a wary eye on that bone orchard. They said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style. Besides, the room is protected by 2 security systems anyway. If I remember right, I was at a street-side saloon at the time it went down. I'm just an innocent traveling man, so if you're out of ammo, it's time I hit the trail. And a lot of alcohol.
I can't say I particularly care for your attitude.
I can't say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complaining.
What the fuck did you just say about my beard?
You need to take a knife to that thing, fucker.
Wait a minute. What do you mean by 2 security systems?
I mean the security cameras and the ID card reader. I reckon even a cowpoke like you knows about those.
Yes, well, what about the fingerprint activated locks in the evidence lock?
Fingerprint activated locks? What kind of newfangled doohickeys are those?
He's not being very helpful.
He's not that good with machines or with following orders.
Everyone's got their weaknesses now, don't they, Mr. Prosecutor?
Don't fucking talk to me. This one
I'll
seems
talk
like
to you all I
trouble.
want, bitch.
Okay, Mr. Wright, he's all yours.
Why is he mine? Why can't it be someone else's? Alright.
My job is to watch where we have Bone Archered. Not even gonna ask about that next. I was supposed to make next. Just next. Press.
Hold it. What were you doing in a place like that?
I was eating spaghetti. Not even Angel steak lunches can beat that parlor's Von Gold sepia pasta.
You mean to tell us you abandoned your police duties to eat some noodles?
Not all desperados eat tacos, partner.
That's not what I meant. I hope this at least taught you a lesson.
Taught me a lesson to bring a knife every time I eat a steak. That shit's tough.
Yeah, that's strange. This is usually where Edgeworth says, "Do you not want to raise this here?"
Did you not want to raise this year?
Okay, press. Hold it. Out of ammo, Officer Marshall?
That's right, partner. Or as you'd call it, evidence. If you plan to pin me to this crime, then you better draw. Otherwise, you're just wasting my time. My steel horse is waiting to carry me back west into the sunset.
One thing seems clear. Despite being responsible for guarding the evidence room, the witness doesn't appear to have seen anything.
Texans don't take orders from me. Everyone knows that. From the 2-hour special that I saw on TV.
Apparently your superiors don't. Okay. I have a trump card up my sleeve, so I better keep it cool. Before I use it, though, I better bring up the ant.
So I'm gonna assume it's
Auntie.
the last statement, because he said evidence.
Yeah, true. Okay, present
You
finger.
already did the last.
Present fingies.
Fingerprint. Look there.
Fingerprints.
Objection! Officer Marshall, doesn't it strike you as odd? That is, you being called in to testify like this.
Condescending look.
After all, you weren't in the security room at the time of the crime.
And yet you drag me down. Explain yourself, partner, as I drink my alcohol.
Fine, it's quite simple. You left a large trail behind at the scene. Or to be exact, a handprint.
Listen real good, partner. Like I said, I'm the caretaker of that crypt. I pay my respects. That is, make my rounds about once a month. It's only natural my fingerprints will be in there.
Oh, objection! I only wish it were, sir. I only wish it were, officer. But you see, your fingerprints were covered in blood.
Covered in blood. Oh, that's creepy.
Witness, what's the meaning of this? Your bloodstained fingerprints were at the crime scene?
The blood was wiped away, however. The liminal test clearly revealed this. Well, Officer Marshall?
It seems to me there ain't a person in this room with a head on his shoulders.
I take it you have an explanation then, Officer Marshall, about the bloodstained fingerprints. Very well, then begin your testimony about your fingerprints found at the scene of the crime. Bloodstained
fingies.
Fingies.
Like I said, it's only natural for my fingerprints to be in the evidence room. One of them just happened to be at the same place as the bloodstained handprint.
Oh, really?
A murderer touched the locker, and my fingerprint was by chance.
Bro.
Blood stain, the fingerprint are completely unrelated, like this knife that I managed to sneak in. Or didn't you know the murderer was wearing gloves?
So are you.
See, I had nothing to do with it.
The witness's explanation appears valid. Although
there's room for doubt.
Yeah, and by room, I mean like a massive fucking gymnasium of doubt.
Life wouldn't be fun without any doubt, partner.
Don't call me partner, boy. The defense may now cross-examine the witness.
Don't call me boy, partner.
I'm not your friend, buddy. I'm not your buddy,
pal.
friend.
I'm not your friend, pal.
Okay, this guy's hiding something. I can feel it.
Like this knife?
Now's my chance to prove it.
I do have a knife hidden, in my boot.
Oh boy, a knife!
A knife? Are you even, legally allowed to bring weapons into a courtroom?
No.
I mean, unless you're a police officer.
Next. Actually.
By chance.
No. Go back, actually.
Yeah, do that.
Press on that one.
That one.
Hold it. So then, what about the bloody handprint?
Wasn't mine. It's no mystery.
Please explain.
My locker is covered with my fingerprints. Just so happened
Press. 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 Hold it. The chances of that happening are 1,000,000 to 1.
On the contrary, one could argue just the opposite. Chances of that not happening are 1,000,000 to 1. Get one thing straight, partner. You ain't gonna get no reward from me with a mere fingerprint. You wanna know why?
Okay, there's actually something in the first segment we gotta press. Because I know this game's gonna do that bullshit.
That's because you... How do you put it? Pay your respects. Once a month?
Yeah, that's right. That and one more thing.
I take a piss in the lockers.
The locker happens to be mine. Don't start talking for me, you ghost voice. I shot you last month.
What do you mean? Who's talking?
That ghost voice that hangs around me all the time. You know, it's one of them Texas things. I mean what I said.
Okay.
No, the fuck it isn't. No, the fuck it isn't a Texas thing.
I didn't ask for you, Mars. Get out of here.
I'm from Texas, you fucking bitch.
That's the locker I used when I was a detective. The locker I still use. Ignoring Captain Planet over here. All that's in there now, though, is a heap of broken dreams.
I have your address, whore.
I have
And
yours too, bitch.
And I have a car now, bitch.
I have a car too. What are you talking about?
I see.
It'd be strange if my fingerprints weren't all over that locker.
Apparently his fingerprint data was never removed from the locker programming. Must have been using the fingerprint lock all this time without even knowing it.
Okay, already pressed that. Already pressed that. Already pressed that. This one we haven't pressed.
Press. Wait, how did you know that? That wasn't released. Hold it. How did you know that?
I may be a loner, but I still do my job. I keep up on the reports.
There was a bloodstain at the scene, though thought to be left by the murderer.
That's right. It was found on Detective Gumshoe's locker.
However, no fingerprints were detected on that handprint.
Oh yeah, I think we tried that too.
So that would mean murderer wearing gloves happened to place their hand on top of Officer Marshall's fingerprint.
That is...
Oh, that's the only logical conclusion.
That is the opposite of logical.
Are
bro.
you starting to get the picture, partner?
The picture?
This sealed blood in the desert is just food for the buzzards.
Homeboy, what
There's
the
only
fuck?
one reality, and that's this.
Security tape.
So as long as my trail isn't in there, you can't say otherwise.
This isn't getting us anywhere, Mr. Wright. Please consider carefully where you're going with this cross-examination.
Yeah, Your Honor.
Now then, continue your testimony, Officer Marshall.
Too bad it wasn't me in that video, right, partner?
Now the fuck do we prove that?
I don't know, maybe we could...
We could press it. We could press it.
We could
Hold it. What do you mean by that?
You want to tie me to this crime, isn't that right, partner? If so, that video is the only direct evidence you have.
Oh, objection! The video is next to useless. It's full of blind spots.
Blind spots?
Places you can't see. The camera's panning back and forth. The floor isn't shown. If someone was familiar with the camera's position, they could leave this room without being caught on tape.
Objection! We don't have time for speculations, Mr. Wright. Well, Mr. Wright, if you can show us evidence in this video that indicates Officer Marshall was present, please do so now.
Oh, fuck.
Well,
Oh boy, have I got evidence very well. Clearly show you the evidence I am 100% sure of. Allow me to point out your mistake, Mr. Marshall.
Tread carefully, Mr. Wright. We might wind up being the one making the mistake. Now then, let's have another look at the video. Show us this incriminating evidence of the witness, Officer Jake Marshall. Well, the only thing I can definitely... Well, okay, here's the thing, right? So, what in that room is tied to Jake Marshall?
His
The locker.
Exactly. So...
Oh,
Pay
wait,
attention.
the locker opens up after whenever, like, all this is done and over with.
Yeah, just keep an eye on that locker. And...
Something.
Boom, baby.
There it is. Poggers.
Take that.
Take that. Bring our attention back to the security camera. It's a mistake I'm afraid you'll soon not forget, Officer Marshall.
Days are short in Texas. So are our tempers.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
Did you sum up what you have to say in 8 words or less?
No. I'll say them how many words I want. Very, very well. You can clearly be shown. Oh wait, you can clearly be seen in this video.
Yeah, 8 words.
8 words, yeah.
Exactly 8 words. Not bad, partner.
The key lies in a certain locker shown in the video.
I was about to say, thank God they aren't making us watch that from the start.
Yeah, that locker with the white cloth sticking out. That was the witnesses, I believe.
Now then, let's rewind the video a bit.
Okay, this is just gonna...
Hi, buddy.
Hi, Blue Badger. You want a hug?
Yeah, I like a hug. I'm gonna hug
Bye, Blue
you.
Badger.
Bye.
Oh, the white cloth! It's gone! What's the meaning of this, Officer Marshall?
When the crime took place, the white cloth wasn't there. Then it suddenly appeared. There's only one explanation. Officer Marshall, you were in the evidence room at the time of the crime. What's more, you opened your locker when the camera was turned away. Hombre.
Order, order! It would seem that only...
Hold your horses. Sorry, partner. Got the wrong man. So what if my locker was open? Doesn't mean I'm the one who opened it. The murderer needed to hide something, so he opened a locker and stuck it in. He doesn't understand how fingerprints work, does he?
Yeah, he said he didn't understand the fingerprint doohickeys.
It's not my fault he happened to choose mine. It's just dead silent. Why is everyone staring at me like I'm a wanted man? Because you're an idiot, that's why.
This guy just is fucking stupid.
He's just a dumbass.
He really doesn't fucking know. I hate to rain on your parade, Marshall. But you're the only person who can open that particular locker.
Oh yeah? I call your bluff. You say I opened that. Now prove it.
Can we go to the
Dumpy,
locker thing? Yeah, take that.
Fingerprint sensor?
Yeah. We talked about this earlier today. The locker can only be opened by the detectives they belong to.
What kind of crazy talk is this?
Well, Detective Gumshoe did mention something about this earlier.
Yeah, in any cases, the locks.
So,
Them she
Sheriff,
said it in those exact words. The locks.
Wow.
what do you have
Wow,
to say
Phoenix.
in 8 words or less?
Wow, Phoenix.
What is he eating?
Beef jerky.
I only got one word for you, partner. No! Oh my god. Now he's mad.
Order! Order!
Trust me, I would have
Witness!
screamed it, but parents asleep.
Oh yeah, definitely. Explain yourself!
If this is a joke, it's the worst I've ever heard.
He's sweating.
I assure you this is no joke, Officer Marshall. Now then, tell us what you were doing in the evidence room at the time of the crime.
There's some good joke.
Ole! Please answer the question! I don't know.
What is he now, a fucking bullfighter?
Arriba! I don't know how to talk to these people. They're Texans. They're weird.
That's alright, Officer Marshall.
We're people.
I believe we could figure out the rest from here.
Oh, we can? Oh, sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Have a look at these floor plans, Your Honor. There is no place for someone to hide in the evidence room. Yet Officer Meekins didn't see Officer Marshall.
If that's so, then where was the witness? It seems Mr. Wright has an answer.
That's right. The only possible conclusion.
He was
Well,
in the locker.
Let's hear it.
He was in the locker.
Where was
Where
Officer
was-
Marshall at the time of the crime?
He was the V.
V is for violin. 'Cause that's what cowboys play.
Officer Marshall was standing right here.
They call it a fiddle down in Texas. There, but that's where the victim, Detective Goodman, was.
Nope. I mean, correct. Unless the man wasn't Detective Goodman. I believe the victim in the video is the Officer Marshall. Jake Marshall.
It was
You
oh,
dressed
fuck.
up like Detective Goodman.
Objection! But that's preposterous! Officer Meekins witnessed the detective at the crime scene! Once he saw the man's face, he knew for sure!
Objection! May I point out, though, that Officer Meekins did not know Detective Goodman. He only testified about the man's reaction when confronted.
When I entered the evidence room, he kicked my ass, sir!
He fucking destroyed me in Call of Duty. Something about the officer's story puzzled me. If the man had his ID card, why didn't he just show it?
Yes, he would have needed it to enter the evidence room, so he must have been carrying it.
The answer is simple. He couldn't show it. As you can see, Detective Goodman's picture is on the ID card.
Oh, I get it.
If he showed that, his cover would have been blown. Officer Meekins would have realized the man wasn't Detective Goodman. Do you have anything to say to this, Officer Marshall?
Some good jerky. You've got quite an imagination, partner. Yeah, it's a really good animation. We got a term for that. Called circumstantial evidence.
Circumstantial evidence? He's still fucking denying it.
You're gonna have to do better than that to break a detective.
Ex-detective.
Unless you have hard evidence proving I dressed up as the victim.
Can't say I particularly care for your uncooperative disposition.
I can't say I care for your beer, but you don't see me complain.
I will fucking slap the shit out of you.
This
you little
is
shit.
the second time.
The second time. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any evidence
Honor.
proving beyond a shadow of a doubt that that bitch on the fucking witness stand should fucking eat it? Or that Officer Marshall dressed up as the victim? Sorry. I'm
Your Honor,
getting
by
late.
the way, can I mention that, do you see now why every time I'm in this courtroom, I'm ready to smack the shit out of someone?
Yeah, I'm finna throw hands, Mr. Wright.
I'm sure you could actually, probably without a shadow of a doubt, kick the shit out of that cowboy. I'm so prepared to see an old man fucking tussle with a cowboy and kick his ass.
Alright, you hear that, Jake
Stab
Marshall?
him. I have a knife.
4 o'clock. You, me, behind the courthouse. Let's fucking do this.
Well, while you have a knife, the judge has his mallet.
A beard. Yeah, the mallet.
If the country acts, it's mine, you motherfucker. Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, who am I kidding? I don't have anything like that.
I could see the fear in your eyes, partner.
Oh, it must be not my ass. I'm gonna kick your ass.
Because you're the one who couldn't take the desert heat.
Yeah. This can't be happening. So obvious he's the one. What can I do?
Kill him. Simple as that.
It looks like...
the quiet hope.
Sorry, more crumpets. It looks like your lack of experience has finally been exposed. I'll pass on to you what someone told me when I was just starting out. When you've run into a wall with no place to go, return to the basics.
Basics. For me, that would be what Maya used to tell me.
Yeah, but instead of a sweet, very voluptuous woman, mine was a grizzly
Old
German man
prune.
that screamed at me. Phoenix, try thinking outside the box. Yeah, except mine was
box.
like, Edgeworth, see got the box. Yeah.
Shouldn't
hate
look
him.
for proof that Officer Marshall was in disguise. Rather, I should look for evidence that came about because he was in disguise.
Why do you think this locker was open in the first place? What do you mean? There's no reason for Officer Marshall to open his locker at the time of the crime. Yet he did, despite the chance it might be discovered later as it has been.
Which means he didn't originally plan to open his locker.
According to the defense's argument, Officer Jake Marshall dressed up as Detective Goodman at the time of the crime. Then, after the crime was committed, he opened his own locker for some unknown reason. The fact that a white cloth is sticking out of the locker seems to indicate that he opened it in order to put the cloth inside. So, just exactly what was this piece of cloth?
Perhaps the video is the key to our unanswered question. I don't have any evidence, so this video is my only shot.
Very well. Let's take yet another look at the security tape. After committing the crime, the witness opened the locker to put away the white cloth. Please show us why the witness had to open his locker. Okay, well, we're just gonna...
Can we just
fast
forward all? Like, is there more we can like go past like what we've already seen?
Nope. Let's see.
No.
Scumpity dumpity. Oh shit. Oh. Hey.
Clean up the blood,
To wipe
right?
the blood.
Yeah.
Hey there,
He wasn't
buddy.
planning to get blood
Take
on him.
that. For some reason, you disguised yourself as Detective Goodman and entered the evidence room, though I don't know what end yet.
Yet.
However, something unexpected happened. Officer Meekins barged in on you. When he asked you to show your ID card, you pulled a knife on him. However, Officer Meekins panicked, and the white cloth you were wearing was soiled with blood.
A bloody white coat.
You couldn't just walk out like that. So you hid the coat in your locker. ...
Not bad, partner.
Now then, Officer Marshall, are you ready to tell us the truth?
Looks like I underestimated y'all. I hope you're happy now, Mr. Edgeworth.
Yeah, what type of bitch?
2 years. Yeah. If you were only half as persistent then as you were today, we all wouldn't have to be here now, now will we?
Bang. Officer Marshall, tell the court what you did. All of it.
Bang. Alright. Seems the time has come.
The confession.
Confession. I had to do it that day. I couldn't just stand by and let it die. I stole the detective's ID and dressed like it. Planned it out. I planned to take out the evidence. Was expecting Officer Meekins. I knocked him out. Oh, God. Managed to escape. I knew which areas wouldn't be caught by on the camera. There wasn't any murder. The evidence room, 515.
So the supposed victim was really you. But there's one thing I still don't understand. Traces of a large quantity of blood were found on the floor of the evidence room. If no one was murdered, then how could that be?
Officer Meekins managed to cut his own hand. My guess is he's the donor.
That's way too much blood for a small donor.
Apparently this is a press all, so you just want to go ahead and do it. Let me get this over with.
Oh, press all, then we're gonna press all, and we're to speed run, aka fast forward the fuck out of this. I'm just kidding. When you mean
Actually, yes.
You mean
Do you even have to ask, partner?
that's all 9 incident.
2 years have passed since that case was closed. It was going to completely end with the transferal that day.
Not if I have anything to do with it. That incident's not over.
What did you hope to accomplish by sneaking into the evidence room?
When a case is closed, only that case's lead detective can look through the evidence. I wanted to have a look at it myself one more time. No matter what the cost. I don't care what anyone says, partner. That case is mine.
Greedy prick. But Officer Marshalls wasn't in charge of that investigation. Why does he care so much about it?
That day was the last chance. Oh, God. That's why.
Press. Why did you disguise yourself as Detective Goodman?
If I didn't make it look like Goodman was carrying out the evidence transferal, I'd be arrested for stealing evidence, which wouldn't get me anywhere.
So you did it to fool the security camera. And a detective's ID card.
I stole that the morning of the incident.
So that really was why Goodman started filling out that lost item report.
Returned his ID card. I left it on the floor in the prosecutor's office parking lot.
Oh my god. So he just fucking walked up to the dead body and it's like, here you go, bitch, here's your ID card. Probably won't be using it now. Yeah.
Then why didn't you report the fucking crime? The ATF found was left there by Officer Marshall.
So you just walked up to a dead man and just said, hey, here's your card back. That is in poor taste, man. Okay, but you managed to succeed despite your lack of foresight.
What do you mean, partner?
I mean, you's a bitch. I mean the fingerprint-activated lock, of course. No matter how well you disguise yourself, you can't change your fingerprints. Under normal circumstances, you will never be able to open that locker yourself.
I mean, it could because a rubber glove just happened to get stuck in the door. That means that Detective Goodman must have opened the locker before Officer Marshall. Next, press. Pull the knife on Marshall. Or on Officer Meekins and try to drive him off.
Yes. Finally got to use one of my knives. Let's just say I was a little surprised. I only planned on being in the evidence room for no more than 5 minutes. I didn't think anyone would actually come in during that short time.
Officer Meekins certainly is a 1 in a million type of person.
I mean, at least he's better than Marshall.
Mistaking a detective for an intruder and demanding to be shown his ID. I'll have to think of a little more about his raise this year. Maybe I've been too hard on him.
Edgeworth, I love you so much. Thank you.
Anyway, he threw himself at me and I ended up cutting him slightly. I get it slightly.
Slightly.
I'm sorry, I had to turn out that way. We knocking him out and everything.
And by the way, what happened to your knife?
There's multiple of them. Oh, I mean this one?
I don't know what to say.
I take real good care of my knives, partner.
We can skip the details there. So you knocked Officer Meekins out, and
Press. Gotta go press. Sonic, gotta go press. So you did your research beforehand.
Those who got into the desert on the river don't live long, partner. I didn't think it would make a difference. Security tape is erased every 6 hours. If I had gone to the land, that footage would have been left.
however, you bloodied your coat in your struggle with Officer Meekins.
Someone was in the security room when I came out. The jig would have been up. I opened my locker and stashed it in there.
Why was Officer Meekins doing that to... Oh, right, he was getting the fucking blue badger.
What else? He was sleeping like a baby.
That
So
too.
what you're saying is, on that day,
Whole universe is in a hot dense press. Alright. With blood found at the scene, it clearly indicates a crime took place.
Why are you blind? The victim showing that tape is me. I'm not dead yet, partner.
so you stole the evidence from the locker.
Actually, no, I didn't.
Why not?
When I opened the locker, the evidence was already gone.
What? Mr. Edgeworth, where's that evidence? It's still missing, Your Honor.
Oh my god, he's bad at his job. Detective Goodman's locker was already empty. Someone else stole the evidence. Officer Marshall, may I ask you one thing?
Fire away, partner. Free country.
Bullshit.
Just remember, I'm also free to decide whether or not to answer.
Why did you do this? Stealing a detective's ID, injuring a police officer, several crimes just in that alone. This is no small offense.
Moreover, you're an officer yourself. This will have serious consequences. It can't just be forgiven with a simple cut in salary.
Not that salary cuts are even a fucking valid solution.
They're always
Edgeworth?
a valid solution. ...
Like I said, this isn't your case. This one is mine. And I'll do anything it takes to get an answer I'm satisfied with.
Hey, Your Honor, can you just throw hands with him now?
I have a knife, bitch.
He has a
The witness-
beard and it is majestic as fuck.
The witness has an unusual amount of zeal. Let's hear more.
There's another fucking round. I don't know. Oh god, I had to press. This is obviously like, hey, press me, motherfucker, I dare you. That I just can't forget the SL mine incident. You know why? But the case was solved 2 years ago, wasn't it?
That's the reason the evidence was stored in the evidence room. Joe Dark was convicted for his crimes. One thing I can say for sure is he deserved his sentence. I remember the Joe Dark killings. It involved serial murders, didn't it?
It was actually a Joe Dark case.
I don't intend to complain about how it turned out, but I'm gonna complain anyway. But there's something that still bothers me. Something went down at that trial. Something no one will talk about.
What happened?
A lot.
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out.
Why is he so concerned about that incident? Maybe I should present him with what I think his real reason is. A lost knife.
Yes, I lost my favorite knife.
I have a feeling we'd wind up here sooner or later.
So everyone that involved here is related in some way to that case. I better take another look at the files.
Well, I already know what would
Yeah,
happen.
all the way to and then present the case file.
SL9.
Yeah, objection! Officer Marshall, I think I understand. I think I know why you care so much about the SL9 incident.
Sounds like you've been sipping too much cactus juice, partner.
Yeah, fuck you. I have the SL9 incident file right fucking here. The name Marshall is included in here. In a list of murder victims.
Is Neil
Marshall.
Are you
related
fuck.
to this man?
I knew that two Marshalls and there was a
Neil
thing.
Marshall.
Yeah, I'm sure you've heard the name.
No, actually.
2 years ago,
Oh.
you received the same lousy prosecutor award you got.
What? A prosecutor?
He must be talking about the King of Prosecutors award.
Now I remember. Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He handled the SL9 case before I did.
That's right, he was killed. And the case fell into your hands.
But what's his relation to you?
He was my brother.
Damn, you got fucking long hair.
He was investigating the murders of Damon Gant and then the deputy chief of police.
Oh. And there's a fourth person that...
Oh, the group of detectives I was part of worked under them. We were desperate to prosecute the killer.
What the fuck?
Looks ugly as fuck. Joe Dark.
Damn, Edward, look at
My
this
brother
fucking
fought
ugly mug.
Dark and was killed. That was the first time Dark left behind any evidence. That was all we needed.
Edward, do you see that ugly bitch?
He was arraigned and incarcerated. The case was finally closed. At least, according to the public records.
What do you mean?
My brother couldn't have been killed by Joe Dark. I knew my brother better than anybody. No one could have beaten him in a fight.
And that's it? That's your reason for your insane actions?
Yeah.
There's more to my brother's death, records say. No matter how much you try to hide it, you can't fool me.
Says the one that didn't know about fucking fingerprint locks.
Well, at least one thing's for certain. Now I know what happened on the police department on the day of the crime. That was the last day the SL9 case could be reopened. Not satisfied with its resolution, Officer Marshall planned to steal the evidence.
Disguising himself as Detective Goodman, he entered the evidence room. Officer Meekins confronted him, so he rendered him unconscious and fled.
Yes, this mystery has finally been cleared up. No murder took place at the police department that day. The things that happen by chance never cease to amaze. At exactly the same time as the murder at the prosecutor's office, this fake murder was going on at the police department.
Oh shit, what if the murderer was Goodman? Chance, it's gotta be more than that.
So if no one was murdered at the police department on the day of the crime, that means the murder in the prosecutor's office parking lot was the real one. Which in turn means only one person could have committed the crime. Chief Prosecutor Lana Skye.
Objection! A verdict hasn't been reached in by it for yesterday's trial.
Objection! Which is why we examined the incident at the police department today.
But
Nothing! There's only one reason the defendant was not convicted yesterday. There yet remained the mystery of the simultaneous murder at the police department.
It seems to me this boy's got you on the draw, partner. I got the draw
Damn
on.
right. Better draw out, partner, otherwise you'll be dying at high noon. All the mysteries the police
Edgeworth.
department have been...
Stick to your tea and crumpets.
Look, I watched Rango one time. That's my experience with Western movies. Okay. All of these mysteries at the police department
It's not
have
a
been
bad
resolved.
experience.
No doubt about it. Our sole murder took place at the prosecutor's office. The only suspect is Lana Skye. And the testimony is one of Miss Angel Star is completely incontestable. Well, slightly incontestable. I can't hide her. If you have a response, make it a single word or less.
No. Arargurgurg.
Fascinating. I rest my case.
Do you want me to else game? Okay, here you go. Ah!
Oh, wow. that one was guttural. It seems this trial has reached its conclusion. There's no room for doubt. Well done, Mr. Wright. Thanks to you, I didn't need to waste my time disproving the alleged murder at the police department.
I'm gonna fucking dump out all your cologne, motherfucker.
I'll dump out yours too, bitch.
I don't wear cologne. There's no doubt about what I proved today is true. They used deodorant. The apparent murder on the security camera's tape was really fake. But I didn't realize that would end up proving Lana guilty.
Now then, the time for the verdict has arrived. This court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Skye. I will
guilty.
say it and be stopped. What the fuck are you doing back here? Your Honor, wait!
God damn it, why is this bitch back? I thought you left.
The defense has an objection! A scientific objection! Right?
Oh, god damn it. No!
Right.
What do you mean, what? You haven't been here the entire fucking trial. I don't know what you've been...
I just like to think that Emma just shoved Marshall out of the way. It's like, get out of the way!
Your Honor, she's not with me. She's not with me.
Mr. Rat,
She's
you're this
not
girl's
with me.
guardian.
No.
Do
No,
I
no.
need to give her some apple juice or something?
No. No.
Please, Your Honor, all I'm asking is for a minute of your time. Please hear me out. Mr. Edgeworth, please. Oh, stop it. Stop looking at me with those eyes. I don't have feelings. I am a cold, heartless monster. God.
Wait, Emma. Wait, I want you to keep doing that. Maybe I'll get a daughter.
This means nothing, right? First of all, this means nothing. I am not getting a daughter. I'm still not getting a daughter. But I don't want to leave any loose ends. You want a minute? I'll give you 3. You want a juice box? I'll give you an entire Happy Meal. I was kind of in shock. I mean, finding out the SL9 incident referred to the Joe Dart killings.
Now that she mentions it, the names of both Skye sisters were in that file.
But that's when I figured it out. I mean, what Officer Marshall was trying to do that day? So I knew his fingerprint had nothing to do with the crime. That left only one thing. The other handprint. You mean the traces of blood found on Detective Gumshoe's locker? But no fingerprints were found on it, right? No, but I figured if I examined it scientifically, I'd be sure to find a clue. Scientifically. So I ran over there and looked at it again. Scientifically.
Why are you saying everything like, whatever? Did you find anything at least?
No. Sorry, I guess I'm not much of a scientific investigator after all.
Is that all?
So, right, still want that daughter, huh? Please don't be mad. I'm just a high school student.
And I'm just the fucking attorney who's about to lose his case.
But Mr. Wright, those traces of blood are the only clue we have. If we can't find something wrong with them, please, Mr. Wright, you're a professional. If anyone can save Lana, it's you.
I'm not saving her ass. You can fuck off.
Time's up. Now then, Mr. Wright, with regard to the incident at the police department, does any reasonable doubt remain? It appears the defense is troubled by the other blood mark. Looking at the floor plans, a handprint was discovered around here. Is there a problem with this? Mr. Wright, I'm sorry I can't be of more use.
You have
Still.
been of no use.
If you can't find anything wrong with that blood mark, Lana will be... Please answer my question, Mr. Wright. We don't have all day. Come on.
I know you had to fight. I understand. I understand, Your Honor.
I gotta throw hands with a certain cowboy who's been talking shit about my beard.
I'll cut that beard off your face hole.
Oh, I'd like to see you try, you fucking Texas
What could be
bitch.
wrong with the handprint on Detective Gumshoe's locker? It's if only there was a camera looking directly at the fucking locker. I object. Oh, I object. This handprint left at the crime scene clearly shows a contradiction.
Oh, the only thing that seems clear is your grasping, Mr. Wright. You've been
This is when
staring
I was
pretty
grasping
intently
at the
at
fucking
those...
bed sheets.
Hey, it's Sam. Okay, wow, alright. Didn't need to pry into that. You've been staring pretty intently at those floor plans.
I am tired. I've been up all day. I want to hurry up with this trial, and if I need to bury Edward's career to do so, I will do it.
Is there a problem with them? The floor plans?
Yeah, I have an idea. Take a good look at these floor plans. Something is missing.
Missing? You mean something hasn't been drawn on there?
Yes, with Crayola. Something that, when drawn, will completely change the meaning of the blood mark.
Let us pray the defense is simply trying to buy time. Very well, Mr. Wright.
Oh, I am. With all this evidence here, there's gotta be something I can use.
Question is, which item can prove something is missing in the floor plans?
Camera. Oh. Camera. Is there a camera?
No. there's
No?
camera.
Oh, I gotta present the blue badger. Oh no.
Hey, buddy! Am I useful?
No! Oh god damn it. Take that.
Oh, no, not the blue badger.
Marshall.
Oh, wait, sorry, I'm on my phone. What about that piece of plywood?
The blue badger, mascot of the police force. Defender of truth, guardian of proof.
Oh my god, explain yourself, Mr. Wright.
Please look at the floor plans of the crime scene. The blue badger is not here.
So?
So watch what happens when we put him in here. Put him in. And this is where he was dancing at the time of the crime. Well?
Well, what? Oh, shit!
Fucker, that's right. As long as the blue badger is dancing here, it would be impossible to place a handprint at this spot on the locker.
What?
Oh, well, oh boy. So that means, just exactly what's that mean?
Edgeworth, I'm about to get another W. Watch the comeback king. This means it can't be done.
Well, what are you saying? Blood traces were undeniably found in that locker.
Don't look at me. I didn't put it there.
Mr. Wright, I'm over here now. Think about it scientifically.
Why are you fucking here? Why are you here? Why are you here?
On that afternoon, Officer Meekins was the one who brought the blue badger to the evidence room, right? After he put it down, it would be impossible to leave a handprint on that locker.
So that must mean the blood mark was left there before the blue badger was brought in.
Just one moment. I will not allow such far-fetched balderdash in my courtroom. That's a British word, Your Honor.
We allow. Okay, real quick, Your Honor. We allowed a parrot in here last case.
Okay, fair enough. Go on.
Anyway, it may sound far-fetched, Your Honor, but it seems the only possible explanation. On February 21st, into the police department's evidence room, slam, blood was spilled not once but twice.
But how?
One time was captured on this tape, taken by the security camera. Officer Meekins cut his hand, from which a trivial amount of blood fell. Problem is, the other time.
Someone bled prior to the struggle shown on this tape. It had to have been. It had to have been Detective Goodman when he was really murdered.
Objection! That's ridiculous! I refuse to accept your absurd claim.
Objection! Listen here, motherfucker. The murder portrayed in the security tape has been proven to be false. However, that does not explain the blood mark found on the locker.
Objection! So then, assuming this murder you purport really happened, when did it take place? I demand you show evidence that proves when it occurred.
When did the first incident occur? Probably when the 777 fucking multiple 7 claimed.
To summarize, the defense claims that prior to Officer Meekins being cut by Detective Marshall, who was posing as Detective Goodman, another incident took place in that evidence room.
That's right. The blood mark on the locker proves this.
Oh, very well, then tell us. When did this first incident occur, as Mr. Edwards said?
420.
Proof must be presented.
Yeah, I'm sure you already know, Trent, which one I'm talking about.
Yep. Now then, will the defense please present its evidence? What shows where the first crime took place?
It took place at, and Edgeworth, I'm sorry, I'm not making a joke. This is legit, not bullshitting. What happened? If the crime took place inside the evidence room, then the killer would have had to enter it. In order to do so, an ID would have been required.
An ID card? Oh! Oh, the ID record card! Or a card record!
Yeah, you see that name, you see the numbers at the very top with no name. Guess what? Officer Meekins brought the Blue Badger panel into the evidence room at...
Let's see here. 4:50, that's me talking. If the crime took place before that time, then it would be 4:40. Oh. Uh-oh. Miles Edgeworth! Just what have you done?
I never would have figured you had the nerve, boy.
Oh, Jesus
Well, that's not the one I was
Christ.
referring to.
Drop the act, witness. It doesn't take a lot of thought to figure it out. It couldn't have been me.
Nope, I ain't getting it.
I'm afraid I don't understand either. Okay. Well, it's clear from the luminol test that blood was there. However, when the second crime took place, both Officer Meekins and Officer Marshall failed to notice the blood.
That means the blood from the first crime was wiped away. For the real murderer.
I would have just 10 minutes to murder the victim, carry his body away, and clean up the blood. Unfortunately, that's physically impossible. That would mean the crime must have taken place before Mr. Edgeworth entered the evidence room.
Yeah, that's what I was referring to, and that's why I was saying, Miles, I'm not... Anyway, let's look at the chart. And that's why I was telling you, Edgeworth, I'm no shitting, like, no fuck, I'm not tricking you. It happened at 4:20 exactly.
Yeah, it did.
Anyway, there's 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7.
Talk about a lucky number.
Well, wait! That doesn't make sense! How could Detective Goodman have entered the evidence room?
Since there was no record of his card being used beforehand, he must have entered along with the real murderer. That's the only plausible explanation. He went in with this 70s, like, multiple, 7 sevens.
Mr. Edgeworth, please look into this ASAP! Find out whose ID number is 7777777. That's 17 too many, Your Honor. Unfortunately, I am unable to look up the owner of that ID card. At least at present.
What?
Explain yourself, son.
Why do I have to explain myself to you? The ID number 77s belongs to someone with the rank of captain or higher. Now, I am just a lonely level 20 mafioso. I have to upgrade to mafia
You're
boss.
more like level 5.
Oh, fuck off, Wright. Someone who is a so-called executive officer. We don't have the authority to inquire into such a person's identity.
Objection! But that's ridiculous. Just how...
I'm not finished talking, Mr. Wright. I mean, shut the fuck up and let me talk. There is one situation in which we can be granted such authority. If an official charge filed against an executive is accepted.
An official charge.
You're all alike, aren't you? With your cover-ups and your forgeries. That's how the prosecutor's office operated.
No, slap you.
Objection! Okay, I take pride in my work, Officer Marshall. At least I don't fucking dress up as people and sneak into evidence lockers. I'd appreciate it if you would keep your slander
with
to
knives.
yourself.
Slander, isn't it? Okay. Let me ask a question.
Yes.
No, not to you. To her, the defendant sitting over there. Your own little executive. If it takes me a minute to read, I'm reading these on my
Lana?
phone and it's super small, so.
Oh, objection! Don't be stupid. She's been charged with murder. Of course we've looked up her ID number, and it's not that.
Don't play me for a fool, partner. That's not what I want to ask. All I want to know is one thing about that incident.
The SL9 incident.
Answer me this, Chief Prosecutor. In that trial 2 years ago, did you really only use legitimate evidence?
Yeah.
Do you need the witness to repeat his question, Chief Prosecutor? I heard him fine, Mr. Edgeworth. 2 years ago, I was in charge of the prosecution for that trial. At the time, we felt the powerlessness of the law. At least, I did. Lana? I became a prosecutor in order to suppress crime with the law. But before I realized it, we were the ones being suppressed by the law. Defendant, just what are you saying?
I'll ask you again, Chief Prosecutor. During that trial 2 years ago, did you really present all the evidence in court? Can you look me, an investigator in that crime, in the eye and say that you did?
Chief Prosecutor, you didn't... I don't have to, Officer Marshall. Why won't you answer him? Drastic crimes require drastic measures. That's just the way it is. We did what we had to, in order for him to get the verdict he deserved. But Lana! Even if it involved forging evidence.
Damn. Sag.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
No. No! Order! 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 Order!
Jesus. Please, save state. Save state. Yes!
Thank God.